We are Black and Yellow Otaku Gamers. I'm your host, Nick, aka the Son of the Sea Wind, the Iron King, and the Lord Reaper of Pike. To
Right.
my screen right, I have Mr. Loha, the Snow of Winterfell, the Black Bastard of the Wall, Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, and to my left I have Mark, Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, Breaker of Chains, the Unburnt, and basically he's Daenerys Stormborn for those of you that don't know what he's going with. So laugh at him for being a girl. We are here to talk to you about the lovely thing that is a 3 episode test. Specifically, the 3 episode test for spring 2017.
Woohoo!
Woo! So I'm going to go ahead and start us off with a quick, brief explanation of what a 3 episode test is.
For you, those of you
Pretty
that don't know.
much, yeah, for those of you that weren't watching last time, weren't listening in, pretty much what we do is we will give a show a 3 episode test, which means we will watch at least 3 episodes to see if it's worthwhile or not. We've definitely got some examples on here right now that are even a 2 episode test because the first episode was complete and utter gobshite. We have other ones that could not even make it past episode 1. And again, it's good and bad because sometimes it's what lets us make sure we can say, yeah, I stuck through with it, it was garbage, or you know what, that was really good, they just had a lot of world building for the first 2 episodes. So really, that's 3 episode test in a nutshell. And I have probably half of what the other guys have on their list, so I'll probably just play filler and chime in. But
So it's
Mr.
actually really
Mark over
interesting.
here, what?
My list is literally just like a combination of both your lists, and it's just weird.
He's the overlap.
Yeah,
There we go,
I'm
perfect.
I'm the overlapper, but Mark is also watching all that anime that is on fucking Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
Yeah.
So
He is
I figure
making the
I'm subbing
most
to
of
it now, so I'm just gonna watch it all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Well,
would too.
I guess almost all.
I do not blame you, sir. I do not blame you at all. So, Mark, start us off with your list and a few highlights.
give me your best one.
Yeah,
Give me your best
what is
one
your
first.
best one?
Oh man, you want best in terms of like comedy or best in terms of like?
Best in
Action
terms
genre.
of
Best.
what you've seen so far.
Best.
Oh man, that's rough. Um, it's kind of hard for me to like pick this one because there's only 2 episodes so far.
Mhm.
But I'm really enjoying Recreators. It's a Amazon or Anime Strike exclusive.
I am taken aback. Right now.
Yeah. But it's actually like super interesting. Like what it is that like characters from anime, from movies, from novels, manga, games are coming into the real world. Some unknown sources are dragging them out of their system and into our world, and they don't know why.
Are we
So
talking?
they're trying to find the creators to figure out what's going on.
So are we talking like fucking Goku gets yanked into the real world, or is this like non-copyright? Oh, that's anime character
It's
number
not
7.
copyright. No, that's
No,
anime
yeah,
character.
it's their own world, yeah.
They
like
follow
them.
the tropes of that genre that they ripped out of. Like they have a magical girl in there, and she's very magical girl.
I'll just, yeah.
Like you know, pretty colors, shooting hearts and everything.
Right.
And
Fair
You
enough.
know, has her own theme song and a transformation scene.
yeah,
Gets naked,
And
all
it-
rainbowy.
and it's just super interesting too, with especially with like her character because she's in a world that's not like hers. So like people shed blood, and she's not familiar with that.
Oh,
So she's just like absolutely terrified. She's just trying to like fight someone off.
and that, kids, is how you learn about rape.
That's not why.
Oh,
she was-
that's not what you meant for fighting off? Oh, I thought you were just politely implying that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, yeah, shit, that's how that ends.
No, she was
Yeah,
actually
I-
fighting another character that was drawn into our world.
Okay, I'm sorry for going so dark so quick. So,
Yeah. So far, that one's shaping up to be a good one. I think the episodes come out on Saturdays. I'll be posting an article after the third episode comes up.
That's Saturdays. Oh my god,
Yeah.
no.
Which is the same
Saturdays.
day as Attack on Titan.
Same day
3
as My
episodes
Hero
already.
Academia.
Yes, which one of us doesn't watch.
Yeah, I don't watch My Hero.
I don't
Sorry,
know
guys.
Man. Man. Yeah, okay, yeah. Alright. Let me tell you this, like you don't even have to watch it. You don't even have to watch the first I mean you don't have to, but you could. Because there is the in between that they put in there. The 13.5 that'll recap you.
But I'd rather just watch it all.
why. He's actually well, Christian gunned through it, honestly. But
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's 12 episodes. Like you could, or 13, I mean.
that's
I
definitely
mean, I'm
something
probably just
that
gonna wait for this season to finish and then just marathon it all.
yeah,
Don't
go
fucking
for it.
do that.
No, that's not a bad
Don't do
idea.
that.
No.
Nah,
If you're gonna marathon it,
you need to feel the pain
of waiting.
of waiting for every Saturday morning for this goddamn anime.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like 10 a.m. or something like that. 10 a.m. for us.
It's very
Did you watch it in
classic.
the underwear with the bowl of cereal?
That is, you should, because that's what that anime is. It's the superhero anime, and it's so reminiscent of like American superheroes at some point.
And I mean, we've blown My Hero Academia so much, like between Loha, Kenny, and I.
Just blown, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
But I mean,
I
no,
mean-
seriously. Like, I mean, we've. I don't think we can. It's beating a dead horse at this point. I don't think we can emphasize often enough how much we like it. It's a very good one. It's one of those examples of, again, a hype train. We're gonna just drag you along, whether you like it or not.
Yep.
Past references. So, Loha, what is your top best?
My
You
top. This is very interesting. So aside from My Hero, I think. Man, my top. Okay. I'm actually gonna have to go with Akashic Records for my top.
Son of a bitch.
I really have to. It's like it's the other shows I'm watching. It's like they are really good, but they're not at that point of like, all right, I'm expecting so much from it now.
I feel like I need to put this on my queue now.
You
I
do.
need it to like, okay, so it started as far at the bottom as you
Yeah.
could.
It was garbage.
The first episode was the worst first episode of any anime I've ever fucking watched. It was so trash, and I was like, why the fuck did I decide to watch this?
Yeah.
And then
This is artwork.
and then next like, okay, episode 2 is way better. You'll find out. And I was like, all right, it better, because episode 1 was fucking trash. And then we get to it, and then so episode 3 came out this week, a couple days ago, something like that.
Yesterday, I think.
Yesterday, and then so I actually caught up with it today, and I was like, all right, that's what I wanted to see from the beginning.
Right, it was good.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
They set the bar so low by making him look like just this useless piece of shit. Because his student. Spoiler alerts. I'm gonna go on this because this is my one too. So the reason why this is a good example of the 3-episode test. First episode, he goes up. He's all cocky. He does the Robin Williams. Stand on your desks. Fuck off. It's a study period. And basically, this is Yale. This is magical Yale. They're at. These are the top frickin' kids. Like, imagine going into Yale, teaching at Yale, and saying, all right, study period. Open up your books and read. I'm gonna, like, jerk off here at the desk.
Literally.
Yeah. No, not literally. He's not that bad. But he's like one step below that. To the point where, like, the class rep, president, like, valedictorian, is like, you are a piece of garbage. I challenge you to a duel.
In episode 1, she is the definition of the highest, most mighty bitch you will ever fucking meet. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
I really, really hated the first episode.
And then again, and we'll get to. So basically, the whole thing is magic is like enchantment. So you have to say like the phrase, and then you can cast like a lightning bolt.
Yep.
She's able to shorten it down to like 3 words instead of 3 phrases. So she's able to zap him like instantaneously. And he just gets shit on. He's like, "Oh yeah, best 2 out of 3, best 3 out of 5, best. I'm gonna let you win because you're my student and I like you." And he's like crippled and like hobbling away. Next episode, he's like, yeah, no, you're all retarded. And they're like, what do you mean? He's like, okay, so if you extend the words, what's going to happen? Well, the spell's going to fail. Yeah, how's it going to fail? And they're all like, what? 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 So he shows that by changing the words, you can change the direction of the lightning bolt, you can intensify the power, you can make it quicker, and eventually he shows it's like, basically the whole thing was the girl who I don't remember her, Sistine, but like he calls her White
the
Cat.
worst fucking name. Oh my god, everybody has such bad names in this.
No, but he calls her White Cat, which is like, if you did that shit, if I was a teacher and I was like looking at one of my students, like, yeah, I'm gonna call you White Cat from now on. I would be in jail so goddamn quick, it would not be funny. It is the creepiest
doesn't
shit.
translate well to English, but
no, but it is the creepiest shit. Anywho.
I mean, he's like 22 or something, right?
He's 22, but still, like, if I was 22 and I was, like, flirting with a
16-year-old,
they
are like 16
creepy.
or something.
Yeah, they're 16. Yeah. But I'm sorry. Anyway, so he's able to show off that, like, even though she can traditionally shorten the spell to, like, 3 words, he's basically like, yeah, okay, so if you learn how to associate things, it doesn't matter because he's just like, duck. And he shoots out, like, a powerful lightning bolt, and they're like, how did you do that? That was nothing at all like it. And he's like, pretty much magic is just mnemonic devices. If you can change your brain to associate that, like, 50 words with 1 word, it's the same exact thing. So everyone's just like, holy shit, he actually understands, like, every aspect of magic. And it's really cool.
Got him.
Yeah, because he proceeds to just raffle stomp, like, all of these terrorists. It's great, because my favorite part is he's like, all right, I'll beat you with my magic. And he strikes, like, actually, it's a very Muay Thai kickboxer stance. And I'm just laughing my ass off because he's like, I'm going to beat you with my magic punch. And it's just like My Hero Academia. He like goes all on Texas Punch, jumps in the air, and then proceeds to kick the guy in the side of the head.
It was such like an American martial art moment. Like, I don't even understand.
He jumps in the air and just like side swipes him in the head. And I was just dying laughing because I'm like, I've seen people do this in Muay Thai, where it looks like they're gonna punch you in the head, and they just kick you in the face. And it's hilarious. And the guy drops in, he's like, you said it was a punch. And he's like, that's what makes it magical.
I saw this clip on Twitter or something.
It's great. Because, again, like, the second episode, this is a 2-episode test. Like, this is rounding back everything. It's just such an amazing show if you watch past the first episode. Because he immediately proves he is not a piece of shit.
It's a complete 180. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like,
and then, so I don't know Japanese, but I thought Akashic Records meant something. And then at the end of the 3rd episode, they're like, what are Akashic Records?
What is this shit?
Yeah, and I'm like,
they're like,
let's not display Japanese.
They just fucking walk away.
Seriously, just watch it. It's a great example. So, rounding off to the opposite of what we've just been talking about, we're all laughing, ha ha ha. But what is an example of something that has failed your 3-episode test? Even denied itself being worthy of a 3-episode test. As a very wise man said, you know it's a failure on the 3-episode test if you'd rather watch grass grow than watch another episode.
Hey, I said that. I think I used paint.
I take it back. I'm sorry. I take it back. Never mind. Yeah, it was Mark that said that.
Did he use grass grow?
I think he said grass grow.
One or the other. I'd rather do both of those and watch the grow that he said.
Yeah, same thing. So, Mark, would you like to explain to us what you're talking about and what is the worst piece of garbage you have had the unfortunate time?
Well, I mean, it's not like garbage, but it's just like the main characters are brick walls with wet paint on them, and you're sitting there watching it dry. What's around the wall, though, is like the most interesting thing. But you're staring at this wall, not really paying attention to what's around. That's just happening in your periphery. That's what Sagrada Reset is. Basically, like, the 2 main characters, one has like a completely like photographic memory, like down to the very minute, and the other one can reset time. But her reset time isn't really a time reset. It's more of a puts every molecule in the universe back to when she last saved,
That's
and
a time
including
reset.
memories.
That's a time reset.
It's sort of like a spatial
Well, no,
reset
that's a
because
no. That's literally a time. Well, whatever. I'm not. I don't
no,
want to
but
go into physics.
because I'm not saying it's a time reset is because the other guy can remember what happened the first time.
Okay, so he just remembers.
It sounds so bad.
It
That,
sounds
that, that's,
no,
also,
like I'm just like so
that's also how they
deadpan
explained it in the show.
because that's such a poor. I'm not doubting that. It's just such a poor explanation. It makes me
Yeah,
very sad.
Yeah.
but yeah, all the stuff going around them, like the town that they live in, Sagrada is the name of the town. Everyone there has like special powers and all that.
It's
But
like My
we're
Hero
focusing
Academia.
on these two, and it's just so dull because the main girl, deadpan face, talking monotone, really slowly, and it kind of makes you just want to fall asleep because she's talking like this, and you really don't care about what she's saying.
But not the funny deadpan.
Not the funny deadpan.
That's
And the other
unfortunate.
guy is just super like calculating, like you're watching a
Autistic.
computer compute.
Why? Yeah, why that pair? Like, why not?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
usually when you see one of those, you get an opposite
You,
of
you know
that.
you know what
So,
that is? That's someone who genuinely took a bet, and it's like, yo, hey Mark, I bet you can't make an interesting anime about an autistic guy and a girl with no emotions. And Mark's like, yeah,
Pretty
I got
much.
you. I'm gonna give him time travel and perfect memory and fuck, I owe Nick $20.
It's almost like they put like stuff in a hat and just drew
Yeah,
things. Like, okay,
yeah,
this guy
that's what I was
has
gonna say.
this.
It's like the conditions are okay, Mark. Not only does he have to be autistic, he also has to have like perfect recall and no
Yeah.
pattern recognition. I'm just making shit up at this point, but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
you get the point.
I mean, like, it's only on episode 2 right now. I'm gonna give the third episode a shot because the end of episode 2 had something pretty interesting.
Okay.
And it's also a reason for why it's not a time reset, it's a molecular spatial reset. Something happens to one of the other characters that a time reset couldn't reset.
They're dead. I'm
Sounds
pretty
good.
sure they're
Yeah.
dead.
Sounds
Someone
good.
died, she tried to reset, but they couldn't.
All right.
I'm just like imagining it's like they just like get their head blown off. It's like reset and like just the brain's still everywhere.
just, just imagine like Parasite with a parasite just reforming back together.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You know what's funny about that? I'm sorry, we're getting off track. I didn't realize until I rewatched it. The first parasite he meets is a corgi.
Was it Corgi?
It's a corgi, and then like it can fly. Like it uses the thing to fly. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's fucking hilarious. It's a flying monster corgi. I'm sorry. So Loha, I know you're not the salt train rider, but you have to have something you dropped.
I don't really have like a bad 3 episode test right now.
What's on the docket? What might you drop?
What's on the? It's just it's for stuff that I've like probably am skeptical about picking up because I know I'm gonna drop it later. Things like Royal Tutor. I know it could possibly be funny, but I don't want to waste my time if I know it's not gonna end up the way I want it to.
That just
Um,
that screamed yaoi to me.
yeah, that's one of the reasons why I was just like,
It's another one of
it's like,
those,
oh,
too.
Yeah,
it's
one
there's
of
five
those.
guys. What's gonna happen?
I know, it's like, oh, he has to serve all four of these princes. Dear God, what's gonna happen there?
Yeah.
There's actually another show that screams yaoi just by looking at it, but
Which one?
go on, Gavin.
It's the
Kabuki
one
Boo.
where
Kabuki?
the twins switch places.
Oh,
What?
that one I saw. That one looks interesting. I don't think that's yaoi. That doesn't scream yaoi to me. But no,
But there's
Kabuki
five
Boo.
guys with one girl
Yeah,
that's
that's
pretending to be a guy.
Yeah, that
It's like
No.
it's like
it's a
Orin
sister.
High
Yeah,
almost.
yeah. No, the girl's like a bad. No, but the girl's like a badass.
I have no idea though.
No,
I don't know what show this is.
I don't remember
What
what the
show?
name is, but it's girl beats boys.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
And
Okay, yeah.
I was thinking of picking that one up, and the thing is, she switches places with her twin brother. She's pretending to be a boy, and the whole thing is, she's just like literally like her whole goal in life is, I want to beat the shit out of like every guy I meet. That is literally her motivation in life. It's just like, you're a guy? I'm gonna kick you in the fucking face. There we go. I was trying to figure out why it was all off. It's because Kenny's portrait was still there. So it's gonna like look off for a few seconds. So we're continuing on. That was just an absolute fucking shit show, and I'm sorry for that. Um, I need to go probably kidnap and beat the crap out of someone's family who works at Spectrum. So, guys, welcome back. Mark,
Yeah.
I'm looking
Should
at
I
the
give
other
over
stuff we've.
my
See,
other 12 on my
Loha,
list?
Loha didn't give me his list, so
You
What are you
did.
talking
I
about? It's
don't
right
know.
there.
Did you? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
see it. I meant to. Oh, there we go. Nice, nice. So I was going to compare and see who's got what. So I do see we have Eramenga Sensei and Attack on Titan, and I am looking into World End, potentially Sakura Quest, depending on how absolutely gobshite boring it is.
I
So
I think World End needs like a full-on 3 episode test because it is on 2.
it it
Yeah.
gives me that impression.
I think
haven't
I
watched
think
it
I
yet.
need the 3rd episode to keep me hooked for that one.
I think so too. It seems like something that's interesting. Mark had me kind of sold on it for at least the try when he said, "So there's a deer and it's holding a
He's
rifle,
firing a rifle.
and there is Sky Islands that for some reason they're not calling Skylands." And I was like,
That's fucking retarded. Why would you ever call it that?
"Because it's a
'Cause-
Sky Island."
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You don't need to fucking
You know
call
what
it
this is?
Skyland.
Don't
Ladies,
you like puns, man?
ladies and gentlemen of the audience,
They didn't.
this right
they
here.
didn't want to get fucking copyright fucked by goddamn Skylanders. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That's true.
I forgot
But-
about that.
This is the mentality of Filipino people right here, where we will take two words and just jam fuck them together.
I mean, Japan does
Yeah,
that
just
too.
like that, Jim.
Might
Yeah,
have it.
Japan does that too. So
I'm
that's
pretty sure Kenny would have made the same pun.
yeah.
No. Fuck.
Oh no, I know Kenny would have.
Because it wasn't good. That's not a
Kenny
pun.
loves his bad puns. Skylands, yes, it is. Instead of islands, Skylands. Anywho,
Eh.
that is something that I'm also considering picking up.
When are those? When's that episode out?
I do not know.
Those are released on
While he researches that, Loha,
Tuesdays.
Attack on Titan Season 2. Now, I know Mark reads. Mark's caught up on the manga, as am I. Are you caught up on the manga?
Negatory.
Okay.
I
You read?
am.
Spoiler,
Yep.
Eren turns into a Titan.
I am. How
That's
far
season
am
one.
I? I'm sometime after they
Eren
do
turns
this
into
whole
a Titan?
fight in the forest.
On Season 2?
No, yeah, of whatever's in the manga. They have this big giant fight in the forest.
Oh,
Oh, you're
Okay.
still really far.
And-
Never mind.
Yeah, I haven't read it.
You're-
I don't.
you're
read-
actually
I haven't
significantly
read
far behind.
manga in about 2 years, I think.
That manga?
Not just that one.
or
No,
manga
yeah,
in
not just that
general?
one. Just like in general.
Oh, wow, that's bad.
Yeah,
You gotta get
I
on
know.
that, man.
I'm too busy for shit.
Yeah, I know. I know. I can only
But
keep
it's
up with
it's a
30
weird thing to
pages.
say when I have time for anime, but I don't have time to read. It's just like
No, you got to get into a different mindset to be able to retain it all.
yeah,
Especially Attack on
definitely.
Titan. Like Attack on Titan, I've read stuff and I'll miss it, and then someone brings it up and I go back and reread. I'm like, oh, holy shit, how'd I miss
Yeah.
that?
Mhm.
It's
that's why I always
part
like
of the
find
art
discussion.
style. Yeah, part of it's
chapter.
the art style, also. But I mean, as of right now in the anime, how do you feel about it?
I think it's doing pretty well. I'm only on the 2nd episode, but I think it's doing well. It's like what do I still hate Aaron. I've always hated that guy. I still fucking hate him. Interesting fact, I found out the other day while I was watching the 1st episode was that Aaron is voiced by the same guy who voices Todoroki in My Hero Academia.
Really?
Mr. Burn and Ice Fire
Yeah.
guy, whatever the fuck. Yeah, that guy is fucking
Half
bald. That
and
guy does
half.
fucking everything. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a badass.
Mr. OP.
Yeah, that's another good one. My Hero Academia. Mark, Attack on Titan. What's your opinion on it so
Uh,
far?
I'm enjoying the animation definitely. I'm just a little sad that they're omitting like a few lines and scenes, but for the overall understanding of the plot, it doesn't make a difference. It's just some character development
I
and
was gonna
characterization that they're cutting
say,
out.
I feel like what they're doing in the anime is adequate. Like
Is what?
it's adequate.
You cut out. Okay, yeah.
I feel it's adequate. Yeah, and that's how I feel on it too. Like as far as the three episode test goes for Attack on Titan, it's going great. Art style is
I mean, it's still
amazing.
good.
Action's
It's still
great.
great.
Again, Mika ended up dying like a bitch, just like in the manga, because it bothered me to no avail. I don't know if you remember, Mark. It bothered the hell out of me when they released that. And
Yeah.
they introduce this character who's like, yo, he's the second most powerful badass in the world. There's what
Part they
spoiler?
cut out with him is him talking about how powerful his sense of smell is.
Yeah, how he could smell the
So what you
Titans.
call him? I've been calling him Mike this whole time.
No, you studied German. You know damn well his name is pronounced Mika.
No, it's fucking Mike.
It's Mika. It's
No,
Mika.
just like what's that movie? Whatever the fuck it's called.
I was hoping someone would say that. I'm like, it's Mika. It's clearly his cousin Mika.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's yeah.
Yeah.
I was quoting
But
that.
no, like
No, but I like to call him that because he dies like a bitch.
He is a bitch. Yes.
He dies like a bitch.
yeah, I've only been calling him Mike because the again translation I read back when that chapter was new, they wrote like Mike, like
Yeah, they call him
American
Mike, yeah.
named Mike.
Mike, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, again, like that was one of the things that kind of bothered me about the show was that they that was the tipping point actually for when the we'll murder our characters with zero regard for giving a shit. It hit that point where okay, this is diminishing returns. You just told me that this guy is second to Levy, and yeah, he just like slaughtered 5 Titans on his own, but he just died like a bitch. And
In his defense, he was facing a giant ape titan thing.
That threw a horse at him.
when you find out
Yeah,
about
throw a
the
horse
Beast
at him,
Titan,
yeah.
when you find out about the Beast Titan, you're like, okay, that makes more sense. I feel like the point they're trying to make is this Beast Titan will wreck Levy.
Yeah.
I think that's the point they're trying to make. And after when they finally like they'll fight, like spoiler, they'll fucking fight, and it's a kick-ass fight. But that fight right there, I wasn't thinking, oh, he shit on Mike. This is gonna be a tough fight. I thought, man, Levy is gonna rape that little beast thing's face off. Like it's retarded. There's zero scaling in this show. Did the stream just cut for you?
No.
No.
Oh, also, you don't know the history of the beast thing, so you don't know why I'm so angry about that particular Titan. But
Yeah, no, whatever. I was just like, I was gonna say something about beast and rape, and then I was like, never, I'm just not even gonna say anything.
yeah. No, I saw that. But anyway,
So yeah, the other one we all have is Love Tyrant.
what?
Possibly
Good.
part
Is it
of our.
coming?
You're manga sensei.
Nick doesn't have Love Tyrant.
Nick, you're a
manga
fucking
sensei.
shithole. Dude, fuck you.
I-
So the one me and Mark have is Love Tyrant.
Yeah, Nick, fuck off.
I was gonna go to the next one we have, but you know what? Fuck
Nah.
me.
Nah, nah,
Fucking low
Nah.
ball.
nah. Because this one, I think this one's heavily more comedic than Eromanga Sensei.
Is it?
Yep.
Yes.
I think.
Is it
Yes.
on
I think-
Crunchyroll?
Yeah.
Yes.
I will pick that up immediately.
I think the difference between the two is that Eromanga Sensei is more. I think it has a better story, as of right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
And I think that the two main characters are definitely way better than what because fucking Love Tyrant is designed to be a comedy, so it's like all these characters are supposed to be like stereotypical type of people like that.
All right, so here's my take on it. You know that hat that Sagrada Reset pulled out of? Sagrada Reset pulled out all the bad ones,
Yeah.
and all the good ones were left in there, hand to Love Giant, and said to make a show out of all of these. Because they literally throw every single trope in there.
I'll have to watch it.
It
I'll
is
have
that
to
good.
watch it. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I think there's a total of there's like 5 kind of main characters now, right? Yeah.
Five?
There's the original boy, there's the original girl, there's the
oh, Love Tyrant. I'm
angel,
sorry. I
and there's the other girl. Wait, am I miscounting? Is there another one? There's another one, right? What the fuck
Google
happened in the
Google
last
an
episode?
image because after this, I'm just gonna sit here drinking and playing Switch because
Oh my
I'm
god.
out. Like I'm.
I see 4 right now.
I think I'm retarded. Oh no, I clicked the wrong one.
There's 5 on the artwork, but I don't think that 5th one's been introduced yet.
Oh shit. Alright, so that was close.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great. It's literally the parody of Death Note is just unreal.
Yeah.
Oh god. It's
I love how I will rewatch things, and there's so many things that parody Death Note. Even Watamote, I didn't realize like she's looking up like how to have a wet dream or something like that, and she's like typing like, and it's mimicking that scene from Death Note where like Light is going crazy and like just writing shit tons of people's names down. And I've rewatched so many things in the past like 6 months, and I'm like, holy crap, they're just taking the piss out of Death Note with this. That's hilarious.
Mhm.
So
I think sorry, go ahead.
So, to keep the flow going onto the 3 season thing, the reason why I brought that up is what what is the show you guys have noticed for this season, or shows plural, that are that meme show? Like, haven't you heard I'm Sakamoto or Konosuba? The kind of stuff we're gonna be going on to r/anime and like looking and seeing. Ha ha ha! Yes, that.
It's
That
it's def
that
it's
is
definitely
totally
Love
a wrong
Tyrant.
assessment.
Love Tyrant. Okay, see, I need to watch it then. Thank you very
Are you
much
sure?
for. Thank you.
Are you sure that's the meme show? Because Manga Sensei has
Okay.
that one scene
Yeah. I
at
know
the
what you're
beginning of
talking
episode
about.
2.
It's I told you those two shows are
The
very
Dicks.
close.
Is it the
They
Dicks?
Yes.
Yes.
oh god, those
That's
two shows
that was what I
are
was gonna
really
say.
close.
Actually, that was actually
Both
exactly what I
those
was gonna
shows
say.
are probably the 2 meme shows
Yeah,
of this season.
and I agree on that. I really do feel that that's gonna be the meme show, just because it's like that scene when that came up. I don't. I was drinking something like water. I think I was drinking water while watching it on on lunch break in the hallway at work, and I just felt a spit like a spray of a spray
I'm
of
just
water.
thinking about the scene and it's so funny.
And
Holy
it's
shit.
bad because the girl's like, just kidding. And then proceeds to just stare.
Oh god, that I
And I'm
think
like, that's awkward.
that specific character is just a really good addition
She
to
is
that
an
story.
amazing character. Because she's
It's
not the annoying cunt of a friend. She's actually an annoying, caring cunt of
she's
a friend.
no, she's fucking what's that word? She's
Frenemy?
no. She's
Mark?
fucking
I don't know.
she's like
What?
conniving.
I like
Mark.
I say Mark and he says, oh, conniving.
What?
I say
to go,
censored
Lo.
shit.
You say what?
You cut out though. It's like you're censoring what I'm saying.
Nice,
You
nice.
definitely-
I need a new mic.
Ah.
I need new headphones.
You need new internet too.
Yeah, I do. Actually, you know what? To be honest, I'll be
Ugh.
perfectly honest. That was I set up the switch, and I forget that the Ethernet cable because it runs from right there to like the living room. I need like a 50 something foot cable. So the only 50 something foot cables I can ever get are like from other people who have them from work or whatever, and they're broken. So whenever I do anything back here for my electronics or my TV or my anything, I always unplug it and it screws up the internet for a day until it gives me the prompt saying, "Hey, dumbass, your internet's unplugged. Go plug it in." I have to go under there and plug that in. And on the note of having to do all that bullshit, What is something that you feel you're going to end up watching, if you have one, just kind of out of mediocre? What's that show that's going to be something you'll watch and be entertaining, but you're pretty sure when we come to this in a year, 52 episodes later, so on episode 67, uh, when I've killed myself at this point, what will you guys be talking about? Well, like what show will you not be talking about? I should say. What will you? What's gonna be something you'll watch now, and then just kind of fall to the wayside? Like, it's hard to come up with an example because that's kind of the point. What's something you're gonna watch through this season, and then it's just not gonna stick with you?
Oh,
Like
why'd you
something.
say that? I was so lost that whole time. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I rambled on that one. I was honestly, I kind of lost my train of thought in the middle of that because I was thinking, man, I might want to get another beer or two, and it's
Oh,
like, oh wait, I'm
God.
still talking. What do I need to talk about? Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Jesus.
Welcome to the world of
What?
Nick when he has to DM
Okay.
D&D.
So basically, the forgetful anime.
Yes.
That's actually like that is
It's not
really
just a
really
forgetful.
difficult.
It's a
Yeah, because
forgetful, but it's still good enough to finish.
Yeah.
exactly because there's the dropping period that we all have.
Yes.
That's usually around 4 or 5 episodes. Um,
I have like 2 for that.
I don't doubt you have
Grimoire of
two,
Zero.
because you're watching the entire goddamn series of everything that's out this season.
I started all of them, but like yeah.
Jesus.
Grimoire of Zero is actually pretty interesting. Uh, I don't know if I'll end up like remembering it seasons later, but right now I'm enjoying the ride. It only has 2 episodes out right now on Amazon Strike. It's basically
Psych.
about uh,
Oh,
half man beast thing mercenary
yeah.
teaming up with
And
a witch
yep.
who
I used to be a mercenary
I,
like you. That one?
yeah, that
yeah,
one.
I watched the PVs for it. It looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
It
Basically,
looks
like,
good.
witches are revolting against the royal family, and this one witch wants to correct all that, but all the witches that are revolting are learning from the book that that one witch that the mercenary teamed up with wrote. So they're using her magic,
Dotitio
and she wants to fix it.
Divinitatis. Dotitio Divinitatis.
And like so far, it's like a lot of world building, but the world is pretty interesting. The characters are also pretty interesting.
I like shows like that, and that's why every time Loha or Kenny will go on about Akka, it makes me think I need to watch it because I like shows like that that will world build a good world. Because
Yeah.
I'm into D&D and Shadowrun, and I love building the backstory. I love building the world, so it's always interesting to me to want to play that up.
Yeah. I think what helps it though is like the 2 main characters are like incredibly neutral in the conflict.
Mhm.
So you see like how each side you see them reasoning out how why each side is doing what they're doing.
Which is good with the unbiased
Yeah.
options like that. Yeah, no, that's a very interesting way to display a conflict like that, which is essentially a coup from what you've described.
Mm.
So I'm
I've
gonna
actually
go.
lied. I have 3 things that I'll watch this season probably. I'm probably gonna watch Kabuki Boo because I'm learning about traditional Japanese culture stuff, and
I'm not.
that's the only reason I'm watching it.
I'm not because I don't give a shit.
Oh.
Also, the artwork screams yaoi, but there's one girl in there.
The
So
artwork, only the artwork,
Hooray!
only the artwork.
there's only one that seems like
There,
outwardly gay,
there
and it's
is.
the one that cried because he's becoming too manly, and because of that, he can't do all the female dances in Kabuki.
Right.
Yeah, that's how that works. Is he's gonna cry because he's too manly to do the
Right.
female roles
There.
in Kabuki.
Yeah.
That's how
Oh, well,
that
I mean
works.
that's
Mike.
what Kabuki is. It's
No, I get that. No, it's
male
the
performers and all that,
one. Isn't it like a one guy too? Isn't it supposed to be like a one guy monologue? I
something like
forget.
that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a one
It's
guy
not one
monologue.
and few.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to be like just like very small cast. I know that.
Yeah, and very
But
like
emotive.
o- over. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yes.
looking for.
Yeah.
Slow speaking
Lady
and
Gaga.
projecting all my emotions, stuff like that.
Yes. So we're gonna.
And the other
I'm
one
gonna.
is like anonymous noise, which I've only watched episode 1, but it looks that's the third one.
Okay. Okay. So
It's interesting, but it looks like it's gonna be a romance. I might actually end up dropping it like halfway through. Who knows?
Yeah.
you know how I feel about rom-coms, or well, not rom-coms. I like rom-coms. You know how I feel about romance and slice of life. So that's
It's
you
also
guys.
music, so. But the music is
Woo!
like the
Because
music at the end didn't really catch me.
music's the other genre I just love. Mark, thanks, man.
Yeah, you're
you
lying,
convinced
April,
me on that.
man.
Yeah. Why? Let me guess. Is it gonna be a sports anime too? Next that you recommend for
Nah,
me?
There is no sports anime this season.
No, no. My point is, I just don't. I don't do any of those
Yeah,
genres.
because you're a piece of shit.
Love you too, Loha.
No, you know.
And on that note, we're time box, but fuck that
We're
because we've
fucking
had
not.
too many delays. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I wanted to talk about Berserk season 2. Again,
Mhm.
I'm a huge Berserk fanboy, and the art style is still that weird CG, but the action, the
Weird
sound,
CG butts.
still kick ass. Yes. Weird no nipple CG. Like they're all Ken dolls, basically. They're all Barbie.
Fucking Mark.
That's literally the number one problem I have with that show is that they don't censor anything. They just simply don't draw it in. It is like watching a Ken doll and a Barbie
That's
doll get ripped in half.
that's oh god. Wait, they don't
well, how
censor
did it
it.
kill you?
They don't draw it in.
Yeah.
So,
It looks like a Ken, like you know how Barbie dolls don't have nipples.
yeah.
That's
Okay,
exactly what
I
it
had
looks.
I had to process the image in my head. I was like,
Yeah, it's a Ken
huh?
doll. And again, the Ken doll, because you said CG butts, I'm just thinking Griffith, which just bothers the shit out of me now.
Literally definition of Kendall.
Yeah, he's literally the definition of a Ken doll. Um, but honestly, those of you that are watching that, like, for some reason haven't picked it up, it's good. Honestly, Berserk is good. The art style is the only gripe I have. The music, the intro is not as good, but they retain the really badass, like thematic music, especially the blood and guts bit, which is like honestly, you'd think that saying blood and guts like over and over again would get kind of boring, but apparently when you say anything with a monistic chant to it, it sounds really cool and creepy.
You mean guts is blood?
No, blood and guts.
Blood on guts.
No, blood and guts. And guts and blood.
Okay.
It's literally actually just blood and guts and blood and guts. Like it's just and like just repeating.
All right.
Sounds like you're trying to beatbox.
No, but I mean when you add it to when you hear it like to the monastic chant, it's actually really just creepy as shit. And there's more to it, which I didn't learn until like well afterwards. I like was listening to YouTube videos, and it's like, oh, there's more to that song. And wow, that's pretty kick ass. Oh god, that's terrifying. Because they actually no, they elaborate on more of his backstory, and again, the backstory is really just amazing. Well, maybe
And
not.
actually, might have the ending song for Attack on Titan 2, season 2.
The yeah,
God.
that
It's
is
English.
creepy.
It's English, and I didn't know that until someone mentioned
That
it.
is creepy. It is. Mark had used audio software and forensics to analyze the fact that they used different wavelengths with it, and that's why it sounds so creepy. He totally didn't just read it on Reddit.
Speaking
Because
of
different
ending theme
wavelengths also
song,
like screw with your brain.
Yes,
the Arrow Manga Sensei ending theme song
I like
that
it.
everybody should love
I like
because
it.
uh, Miss Arrow Manga Sensei herself is dancing to her laundry
Yes.
in
Yeah.
the washing machine.
Um, I really like that, honestly. And even it's funny as hell because it's moments like in that show where they'll be having a legitimate heart to heart, and then it's like, yeah, I'm gonna I'll wash my own panties from now on. Don't ever touch my underwear again.
God.
I was just dying laughing. I was like, that is awful. That is just the worst. Oh, Christ, that's awkward. So let's see. I think we've gone through essentially all of the ones we've got in common. Everything we've looked forward to. Everything we've not been looking forward to. Stuff we're dropping.
Yep. Yep.
And
How about
Haha.
what?
Are you watching Tsukigakure?
Yes.
It's not
But
on
it
that list
happened.
you
it's
sent
not
us.
on your list.
Oh, I knew I was missing something. God damn it. Literally wrote an article about it. All right. Yeah. That.
Did you
Oh,
really?
yeah, I did.
God damn it.
Fucking Christ. I was like, what am I forgetting? I was like, oh, I know what I'm missing.
So I
Oh,
guess
no,
this
wait.
clearly goes on the list
Running-
that Nick mentioned.
Yeah,
The
it does go
forgettable
on the
ones that you'll
list.
still watch.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'll still watch it. I've been saying how it has potential, but I've also been telling Mark that there's like fucking the awkwardness is killing me. In
You're
episode
reliving
one,
puberty when
What?
you're
How
watching it.
awkward is this? Are we talking
in
like?
episode one, it's just they these two characters, the main characters, they have such trouble interacting with anybody. Like not just each other, but with anybody. There's this scene where they somehow end up at the same restaurant with their respective families, and he goes up to get a drink, and then she goes up to get a drink, and then they're both at the drink machine together, and then he's like, I don't want to get soda in front of her, so I'll just get this coffee. I'm like, what?
That is awkward as shit. Like,
It's so stupid. And then like they're sitting
The
back
rest of
down.
that
This is
scene,
like they're sitting back down in their booths, right? And he looks over, he's like, oh shit, that's that girl that was in my class earlier. And then he's like, oh no, she looked at me and she's like, oh fuck, he's over there too. And then they're just like, and then more awkwardness. Her sister notices that she noticed him, so she's like, oh hey, did you know my sister's classmate is sitting over there or something? She just assumed. And then the parents just started like, oh hey, hi, oh you kids go to the same school, this is so cool. It's, oh my god, the most awkward first episode ever. The second episode was like a little bit better, because of supporting characters. That is the only reason why it was better. Supporting characters. There's one of his friends is like in love with the teacher, who's really young, by the way. I did not know she was a teacher until he called her sensei. Like she's extremely like young looking, and you know how they do the
are we talking
what
like
do you
the
call it?
professor from? She looks like the professor from Akiba Strip.
I-
Oh, you never
I got
watched?
nothing for
Fuck, never mind. Yeah,
So
never
I was like, you're the only one who's watched it.
Carry on.
Anyways, yeah, so they, you know how to do the sports festival, and there's a scavenger hunt portion of it, and he runs up and grabs her. She's like, wait, what did you get? He's like, I can't tell you. And then they zoom in on his card, and it's like somebody you like. I'm like, bruh. Yeah, and then yeah,
like I said, it's living puberty all over
yeah,
again.
and so in the final second episode, the final scenes of the second
Final
episode, right?
episode.
Sorry.
Alright.
So in the final scenes of the second episode, right? She loses this thing. He finds it for her. She's like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you found it! Oh my, I thought I lost it forever!" Blah 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 blah. And then she's like, "Oh," she says something that like really hits him in the heart. She's like, it's really embarrassing when I do these things, and that's why I have to have this." And she's like, "Oh, but I love running so much," because she's in the track club, whatever, no big deal. She fucked up earlier in the relay race. That's not important. That's why she was embarrassed, because she's part of the track team, and who the fuck drops the stupid fucking stick in the relay race when you're part of the track team? That's embarrassing, right? She says, "Oh, whatever," and then he's like, "What does he say?" He says, "No." He says, he says some like super corny line. He says like, "I like you the way you are," or some shit like that. It's like, where did that even come from? And then, I assume you guys know of the Line app, which is it's a texting app for mostly Japan people
Japanese people.
and South America.
Yeah, Japan people. Uh,
Japan. Them
so
damn Japanese.
so they're already friends online on Space Line because because they're part of the crew that helped with the stupid sports festival, and they had a group chat, and then she's like, hey, thanks for today, and he's like, they're like texting on this shit, and then she like sends a sticker, and it's like, holy shit. It's really insane. And then so he does this thing when he gets really excited. You know how old ceiling lights have the little you have to pull it down to turn it on with a string? He pretends that's a dead fucking punching bag, and he gets really excited and just like punches the string. He's like, yeah, oh shit, she texted me, yeah.
He's just there shadow boxing with it.
Oh my god, it's like it's really awkward, but it's still really fun to watch. Like I don't even understand. And then she ends up giving him this nickname, and then he's like, "That's a weird nickname," and she's like, "But it's your nickname," and he's like, "All right, whatever." And, and then yeah, you just move on from there. It's like, oh god, the series as a whole is really awkward, but them two, I can't think of another phrase. They could possibly be really cute together.
Yeah.
And they hinted at a love rival, which I thought was great. There's this kid that's in the track club with her, and it was kind of like it was hinted in the first episode because he like stares at her while she runs in the practice. All right, they're in the third year of middle school, by the way. You know, whatever.
Which is
totally
like 14
cool.
though.
Yeah, which is 14, which is fine. And so what happens? They like make a bet during the sports festival. They're like, because they're in different classrooms, so they're different colors, teams.
Segregation is not funny, Loha.
they're red team and he's yellow team. He's like, hey, if my team wins, you have to buy me a drink or something like that. Yeah, he says a drink. And it says, but if your team wins, I'm gonna just she's all like playing. I was like, oh, you really think you're gonna win? You're so confident, all that shit, whatever. They fucking win because she fucked up the relay race. and then she's like super sad, not only because she like fucked up, but she lost her thingy that it's like a stress ball almost. But
I think it's a potato. They called it.
Yeah, she calls it a potato. In my article, I just like it's like a Beanie Baby thing that's used as a stress ball. And then and then her friends like shove him over to go talk to her. He's like, "Listen, you okay? Nah, you did great out there." And he just fucking runs away. It's fucking great. I don't know. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much. Like now that I'm sitting here talking about it, I think I'm really gonna enjoy it. If it just like keeps this slow pace up. I think it'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll definitely be fine. Like
it'll
I don't know how.
Fine.
Yeah, I'll probably end up watching it.
Yep.
I mean, I might. I don't know.
I mean, it is awkward, but it's that adorable awkward that you just can't stop looking at.
It's a train wreck. It's like a deer in the headlights thing. It's like it's so goddamn kawaii.
Oh god, I love it. It's great. I miss romance animes, Mark. I really do.
I miss good ones.
I miss good ones. I'm really hopeful for this one. I really am because I skipped over Fuka.
You didn't watch Scumfish?
I didn't watch Scumfish. Yeah.
I mean, that's not what you're looking for.
That's not what I'm looking for. That next year line AP
feels goodsy. Yeah.
I'm looking for that next one, man. Holy shit. I was God. I don't know, man. I feel like the comedy's been really high this year so far,
Yeah.
and this year we're getting a lot of action, as it seems. Or not this year, this season.
This season. Yeah, I knew what you
Yeah.
meant. Because I was gonna say the same thing. Because like that's why I love last season because it's comedy. I was like the season of comedy. This one, it's I don't know. But
Oh,
then
so
again,
you know what's gonna happen. See, so
what?
like comedy, then it's gonna go action. So then fall, summer comes. It's gonna be that romance, that Nick loves. Woo!
That romance slice of life sports
Hell
music
yeah,
anime, right?
ready. We're
Hell
ready.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it. Oh my god, though. In all honesty, I'm just not looking
So,
forward to any of that.
yeah, but real quick, none of us are watching Boruto.
Nope.
That is,
I think is Kenny?
I think he watched the first episode, as far as I know.
Uh,
I have it in my queue because I know I'm eventually gonna watch it, but I don't think I want to watch it right now.
I'm not. I mean,
It's
I
I'm not
haven't
Naruto.
followed that.
I'm not a Naruto
yeah,
fan.
it's the thing
I
of I want to see
literally
how bad
stopped.
it is.
I
Or how
stopped
good it is.
following Naruto after the training exams.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
So yeah, there's that.
I mean, that's arguably like the best part of Naruto, the cheating exams.
And like every so often, I'd like pull up a Wikipedia page and like read what happened, and I'm like, oh, okay, so that happened.
Yeah,
Cool.
because everybody who's watched Naruto, they always refer to the best fight scene they've ever seen with Rock Lee and Gaara. Because I think it's one of those instances um where it's like, oh, if you have to show somebody how cool anime is, you'll be like, all right, watch this fucking fight scene. Tell me that shit ain't cool.
I need to look at that fight scene
when you
again.
see when you see something like got sliced through three horses and knights in one swing, your bar is set high for fight
That's that.
scenes.
Yeah, that's a different kind of thing though. It's not even like that's rated R type shit. I mean,
It's,
like
it's funny,
I can't.
it's like they're
Like
saying in the
I,
chat right now. It is
I
it
was
is
gonna
an
bust out
adult.
like I was like, oh, that's like it's not shonen though. I'm like, wait, but it's like
No, it's not
I was like,
shonen.
what?
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah, yeah.
It's not
I
at
know it's
all.
not, but I just couldn't think of like
The
a
term.
term.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. That's kind of like how One Punch Man is also not shonen because it's just even the last fight, it's just one of those things that's just not
Yeah, I
like
think.
that.
Yeah.
Mm, mm. So anything we're planning on picking up that we haven't watched yet, besides what I mentioned, I guess.
Seinen.
Stuff you guys mentioned that I haven't.
Um,
Huh?
honestly,
Oh.
I'm pretty sure this is gonna end up like last season for me, where I start with like 5 and I pick up like 10, and you guys like just drop like 90% yours. And I'm like,
Yeah.
and then the
I start
last
14. I end up with 4.
and the last 2 weeks of the season, you're gonna notice on our blog, it's all Rokutsu, 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 Rokutsu. Throwback Thursday from Loha. Rokutsu, Rokutsu, Rokutsu. So, did we have any others we wanted to talk about?
I think I want to pick up Sugumomo. I think it's another romance that could possibly
I
fight
don't.
with Sugiyakare. I think. I'm not
Anonymous
sure.
Noise is the romance,
Huh?
but Anonymous Noise, I believe, is a romance. I think it's categorized as one,
Mm-hmm.
but it's anime strike only, and I don't know how I feel about it so far. Characters are kind of weird. I've only seen one episode though. Episode 2 is out already, but I haven't watched it yet.
I also I want to see how much fan service is in Seven Mortal Sins.
That is very bad. Well, no. Let me take that back. Did you ever watch Seven Deadly Sins? We talked about this at work actually, the IT
No,
department and I.
I
So
haven't.
it's kind of like a spin-off,
Right.
but it's not as good as that. Seven Deadly Sins is very good. I'm actually gonna start watching it up now. It's very very good. However, if you watch that at this
Uh,
bar, it drops. we were talking about nudity in Blu-rays, and one of the IT guys was like, "What do you mean they uncensor nudity in Blu-rays?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's how they sell Blu-rays." Sometimes they have nudity that's
Mhm.
obfuscated, like Kill la Kill, where it's like very clearly designed. It's not like you buy this Blu-ray and you get to see the naughty bits. And then the director's like, "Yeah, um, they have like these posts. Like sometimes they have like censor bars where it's all blacked out, and then sometimes
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
circles." And I hate that. And
I hate the circle so
I'm
much.
like, so do I. Not because it censors the naughty bits, not because it detracts from it, but because that is a cash grab. That is literally a sign that says, "You buy our Blu-rays, you pay us extra money, and we will give you a version without these." That's literally what it is. The not recently my recently my sister is unusual is one example of that.
Oh yeah,
Um, the
yeah.
That one.
my sister is a devil or whatever the hell it's called. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's basically what
Yeah,
it is.
that's basically what it is. But that's
Yeah,
another one, and they blatantly
that
use
one's
those
so bad.
labels to cover things, and it's awful.
Mhm.
You know what they should use? They should use like a Blu-ray disc instead.
It's like Blu-ray.
Yeah, no. I remember when they were doing the memes of recently my sister's unusual. They had like this one really just absolutely feffed up scene, and like they caption it just genuinely buy our Blu-rays. I was like, that is just awful because I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was funny as hell. I love that show. Like I thought it was great, except for again the fact that it's like every scene is just yeah, we're doing this so that you'll buy our Blu-ray to look at some drawn boobies of a like 13-year-old
Woo!
girl. I mean, whatever floats your boat, to be honest. But the capitalism of it is what bothers me. Not like
Hmm.
not the morality of looking at drawn
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We got you.
naughty
We got you.
bits. It is genuinely just yeah.
So, I know we didn't talk about this, but Mark, how is Sakura Quest?
Oh, we didn't talk about that, I thought?
No, we
No, we
didn't.
didn't because I avoided it personally.
Okay, I actually watched episode
Personally avoided it.
3 right before this, and
Uh,
I'm actually gonna stick with it all the way to the end. All 24 episodes it's gonna get.
is
The reason why
does it get
is
better?
because I like the characters.
Uh-huh.
The characters are like very like dynamic, and they contrast each other like very well.
Mhm.
And it's a story about bringing new life to an aging small town. And I kind of like those type of stories.
You're such an old man.
What
I know I am.
what the hell has ever come out that has fit that bill? I like that kind of story.
I don't
What
know.
what what
I feel like there's a game I played that was like that I just really
Animal
enjoyed.
Crossing?
Oh. Yeah, that's such.
Like
It's just a weird like type of story, but I enjoy it because I like seeing it go from like this is where they're at to like the new level.
I'm on a new level. I don't know. It's okay.
I don't know. It's weird, but like I don't know. It just it that just draws me to it.
Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna end up giving it the next two episodes anyway. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna stick all the way through, and even if I do, I'm probably not gonna like watch it every week.
Yeah.
'Cause
Good thing is it's PA work, so the
woo,
art and animation is like beautiful.
beautiful.
evidently, Mark, we've learned that you need to just bring up Animal Crossing randomly.
Every episode from now on.
That's your
No.
secret what is it? Secret trigger.
The trigger word.
Blah blah
Yep.
blah blah. Animal Crossing. Blah 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 blah. Oh man. All right. I'm glad that we've got the flow back to this. Again, I'm sorry for those of you who've been watching since the beginning.
And yeah, I think we're through everything.
Yeah, we've gone through the list now.
All the good ones anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, well, the thing is, again, we covered good
Got a
things,
couple bad ones.
bad things, and mediocre things that we're probably not going to remember come episode podcast 67.
Episode podcast 67.
Yeah.
All right.
I wanted to say episode 67, but then I'm like, no, it's a podcast.
Right. Yeah, like not like
I
the
have to
anime
do
episode.
math to see how
67.
far ahead in time that is.
That's a
It's
couple weeks,
52.
man.
It's
That's
52
a
weeks.
whole
That's
year.
the whole year
It's a
away.
year. I just added 52. What the hell, man?
I'm a terrible Asian. I'm bad at math.
People have like no
Woo!
comprehension of time. I learned that today.
Think good to go.
Yeah, all right. So with that, we'll wrap up later than usual, but because of my technical snafus, I apologize. We will have the Black back next week, or I will, so help me, go up to Rhode Island and drag him in front of a camera. Yeah. Go to our
Or just,
blog. What?
FaceTime. Nothing.
Well, all right. I'm sorry. I'll go up there, drag in front of a camera, and then Loaha and I will go to Korean barbecue. Better?
That was some racist ass shit you said.
So explicit, man. Jesus.
Why?
Your mic cut out.
Yeah, I
Oh.
was joking.
No, we'll go get Korean barbecue, was what I was saying. I'm like,
Okay,
dude,
yeah,
I
yeah.
love the Korean barbecue.
Yeah, I'm
So are
sure
you
that's what you
too.
said.
I'm not gonna go to Ibisu
That
because like
made it so
everyone
much
goes to
better than I
Ibisu.
said.
I was so confused. I'm like, I was like, I mean, yeah, it was kind of racist, but I know
You should
Loha
never
likes
replace your mic because these moments are the best.
it. Oh, I should
But fix
recount
it.
these. I should rewatch these. I want to. I need to replace this stupid thing.
Oh shit.
Anyway, we are Black and Yellow Otaku Gamers.
That was great.
Please follow us on Twitter. We occasionally say funny things. We're pretty entertaining guys.
I'm the most entertaining.
Yeah. Anyway, go visit our blog. We have a number of articles on a number of shows and games that we've talked about.
A
You get
double-digit
to read
number.
us about it. So go ahead and it's, I want to say 76 right now,
I haven't looked.
of which I've done 25,
Yeah, good for you, man.
I think.
Congrats. You want a cookie?
Hell yeah.
No, I can't remember. I haven't looked at it in like 3 days,
Yeah,
4 days.
Yeah. Humble bragging.
Um,
Whatever.
Well, no, you guys will get sick and tired of reading just my crap. It's awful.
More humble bragging.
How is it home? All right, we're
It's
done
like,
here.
oh,
We're done here.
is this article's really crap? Let me look.
Anyway, go read our articles. It's entertaining stuff for the most part.
I see 86 published right now.
86. Oh, there
Really?
we go. We're at 86.
Sheesh.
See, look at that. I was horribly off. We're
Yeah,
doing
you know,
good.
you forgot to add the extra 10 that
The
you wrote in
10.
the past 2 weeks.
How many did I write? 12. Yeah.
All right.
Same, I think.
We're pulling off count. So go there, leave a comment, like the video is gonna be up there. So yeah, they love making fun of me for my crappy mic that I've had for like 5 years since PAX.
Your nonsensical taste in anime.
Yeah, my nonsensical taste in anime because sports anime is awful. And on that note, Kutsu, we got Mr. Sock, Commander Cluck Cluck, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching.
Da 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 da